Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my high Capa videos. In this high Capa video, we're going to open this little box up here. This is one of the brand new Aluminium 5KU TM high Capa grips. This is type number 3, so it's got the little cutout thing which looks just like all the really expensive grips. Now the really expensive grips that you can buy, the Airsoft Masterpiece ones, are normally around about £290 from most decent retailers. So that's obviously quite a lot of money for most people to spend on a high Capa, even though we're playing with, very expensive toys. It's £300 on a grip is still quite a lot. This was a refreshing change. 5KU have brought these out, and these came out with a UK kind of, they're not sold in the UK, but the price which I bought this one for from overseas in Hong Kong was about £90. So it actually cost me £94 landed to my front door this morning. So let's get this bad boy open and I'm going to show you through. So the first thing which I will say, as with all 5KU equipment, and that's don't expect it to be premium quality for cheap prices. The £290 grips are £290 for a reason. They are absolutely fabulous. These things I'm not expecting to be of that quality, just with a lower price. I am expecting a lower quality, and very often with the 5KU stuff, you just do a little bit of work and it will work great, much like the frames which I've already worked with recently. So let's have a look through the gubbins before we get to the good bit, shall we? And I'm going to kind of put it together as we go. So the first part in this little gubbins box here is the trigger guard. So that's quite solid, to be fair. That I expected that to have a bit of flex. It's not flim-flam at all. That's pretty comfortable, that is. That's quite nice. I'll pop that to one side. And then we've got the hammer pad. Hammer pad housing, hammer spring housing, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. So that is aluminium as well. We've got a front to back pin on this one. With some of the plastic ones, it's a sidewards in pin. So it's a front to back pin on this one. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to see how solid that is. Oh my god, that is... So the hammer spring in there is 1000% getting taken out and swapped out for something else. But interesting to see that it's all in there. We've got all metal components in there as well, so that's pretty nice. I'm surprised it actually came with all the internals. I expected it just to be the shell. There is a magwell, which comes with these as well, matching magwell, which looks very nice, and there is just a little hooklet in there so that it's for the aluminium grips. I do have a spare magwell which I'd rather use, so I'm going to see if that fits, but I don't know if it will because I'm not sure about the little hook on the front with it being an alley grip. Pin as well so that holds together. Very nice finish, I must say. It doesn't feel mega cheap. It feels pretty decent. It's got a good clunk to it. And then we've got a few grip screws, a couple of screws to hold that on, and then we've got the grip screws and the downwards one which goes through framing into the grip. Words are eluding me. It's been a very, very long week. So the actual thing itself, let's have a look at that. Oh, very nice. Very nice. So I did have a look at the images on their website, and after I bought it, and I got a little bit of buyer's remorse with this because the pictures don't do it a lot of justice, but actually holding the thing, it does feel nice. Now, I will just caveat here, it does not feel like one of those near on 300 quid AM grips. It doesn't feel like that at all. They feel thick. They feel well put together. This feels okay. It's a good alternative. It feels about as chunky as what the Nova polymer grips do, which are about the same price. But this is CNC'd aluminium grip for 90 quid. It's never going to set the world on fire. But you know what? If it works and it looks good, I'm quite happy with that. Comes with a mag release as well. Pretty nice mag release. It's an extended mag release with a little button on there, and it's all stainless steel through the middle as well, which I like. I like the finish on that, and that does feel chunky. Now I have actually already opened this up. The spring which comes in its stock is very, very flim-flam. I've swapped the stock mag release spring out for one of the AIP ones, just one of the ones you get in the spare springs bags, and it's really brought it back up to where I wanted it to be. So really quite happy with that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put this baby together. So with the use of the screws, the Allen keys, and some thread lock, we are going to not achieve magic, but we are going to just kind of take this onto the next level. So that bit is going to go in next, I imagine. This is why you don't do this kind of stuff on camera, because it never works. There we go. 1, 2. There we go. So we'll screw that in, and instantly it does look good. I like the profile of that there. I like that it's not straight in. I was a little bit worried that it wouldn't have what I call a bit of a kink. So let's get those screws, and they are tiny little Allen keys. Hex keys, if you want to call them that. So let's get my tiniest hex key twister. That's one of those. And then what we'll do, we'll just get a little bit of the old thread lock as well, just because I don't want it to come off. Now, the last time I did thread locker on cam, I managed to drop the screw into the bottle, which I've not managed to do this time. So I'm quite impressed with myself for that. And then this now is where I pay the price for buying cheap, because the screws just won't go in. So the screws feel just like kind of normal steel. I'm just going to twist that one down so far, then get the other one and do the same. It's always the same when you're putting screws in, is if you've got more than one, never do it dog tight on the first one. And the reason for that is you need the flexibility for the second one. So you need to be able to like move it around and get it in position, because your one screw doesn't quite hold it perfect. So that one's gone down really well, and that one hasn't. So that's a little bit annoying, but hopefully that one has helped it seat. There we go, yeah. Screw that together. So with everything Airsoft, nip tight. Barely nip tight. If you think you need to ratchet down, think again. Nip tight is the winner. So they're in. I've thread locked those. They're not going to come out anytime soon. So that's in. Let's slide this hammer pad up. Yep, that looks pretty nice. And then we've got this front magwell as well, which has got the nice little notch in there. Oh my god. Yeah, that's gone straight on there as well. So we'll drop that in there. There we have it. Oop, pin fell out. Yeah. Look at that. So that is the new 5KU aluminium grip. I've got to say, feels good in your hand. A little bit sharp there, but I'm hoping once I've got stuff built in, it'll be a bit easier, and obviously gloves will do it, and if worst case, I'll just kind of take the dink off that. But that, for the most part, I'm really quite happy with. So there you go. That is the Aluminium 5KU grip. They do these in a whole range of colours. They do silver, they do gold, they do red, they do purple, they do black. I think that's about it. But what I'll do, I'll stick a link down in just below here to where I bought this one from. It is a place based in Hong Kong called 18 Airsoft, and generally speaking, they are pretty good with their deliveries. I've also got some other bits coming, which will feature on the video, on the channel, even as we progress through the year. So, thank you very much if you've watched this video. Thank you very much if you are even marginally interested in what we're talking about here. Please do hit that like button. If you like what I'm doing, please do drop me a comment if you've had any success with these. These are really, really quite new, so I don't think there's going to be a lot of people who tell me that I've done something wrong with it yet. And as always, please do hit that sub button. Join me on my YouTubing journey as we progress and we buy loads of cool airsoft kit. Thank you very much, guys, and I will catch you in the next one.